The secret of success in life, says author Mark Twain, is to eat what you like and let the food fight it out inside. My cooking is so bad, said comedian Phyllis Diller. My kids thought Thanksgiving was to commemorate Pearl Harbor. The only time to eat diet food, said the great chef Julia Child, is while you are waiting for the steak to cook. Food is something to care for very deeply, either in jest or in deep seriousness. The world begins, says poet Joy Harjo, at a kitchen table. No matter what, she says, we must eat to live. The gifts of earth are brought and prepared, set on the table. So it has been since creation, and it will go on. So do this with me. Imagine on your kitchen table the pumpkin pie that you will happily consume this upcoming Thursday. And if you do not prefer pumpkin pie, imagine something different that you will happily consume this upcoming Thursday. Bring it to your mind's eye. You can close your eyes as we do this or not. I want you to imagine the original pumpkins where they began in a field. In fact, go beyond that to the original seeds. See them planted in the soil, dark and deep. See the sun and the rain that nurtured the seeds and set them sprouting, then growing and growing and growing. See the hands that harvested the mature pumpkins, hands all sorts of colors, and what had led some of the people belonging to those hands to have left their country of origin to start a new life somewhere else. Imagine all the factors and the forces way beyond what I have mentioned that have gone into transforming the raw pumpkin into the delicious pie. Cinnamon from Sri Lanka, cloves from Madagascar, all the other ingredients as well. See all of this in your mind's eye, how something as simple as a pumpkin pie is not so simple after all. It is a coming together of people and places and ingredients from around the globe. It is symbolic of what our seventh principle of the interdependent web of all existence talks about. It is right there in our Thanksgiving pumpkin pie. And if your eyes are closed, well, you can open them now. Come on back to this place. There is more to our food than meets the eye. And same goes for cooking that food. It is little Cora in our story for today. Cora cooks pancit, taking ingredients out of the shelves, plopping noodles into a pot, getting absorbed in the motions of cooking, the smells, the textures, the colors, the entire experience, getting so absorbed, time stands still. Now, we know from positive psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi that what is happening is flow. Cooking can put you into a flow state faster than anything. It is an experience of energized focus when what you are doing completely absorbs you into it. And there is a sense of serenity and spaciousness, a deep sense of wellness and satisfaction. Moments like these are among the best in our lives. There is more to cooking than meets the eye. But the time stands still theme is only implicit in Cora's story. The explicit theme is how food and cooking can immerse us in the feeling that we belong to something larger than ourselves. When Cora puts that red apron on and she is cooking the distinctively Filipino dish called pancit, she feels like she belongs to the older self that she is becoming. She feels like she belongs to the mother who loves her. She feels, above all, that she belongs to her Lolo, her grandfather, a man presumably she has never met, but he represents her Filipino heritage, her culture. The smells and sensations of cooking wrap you up in an experience of your family, of a stream of life that long precedes you and will long go beyond you to touch countless lives. Some of you know that when this congregation does an auction fundraiser, one thing I like to donate is a full Ukrainian meal that I cook. As many folks as I can fit around my dining room table, they are invited, and I spend around 9 hours, no joke, preparing for the entire event. Garlic is sizzling in butter. Onion sizzling in butter. Dumplings with garlic, onion, and butter sizzling on top of that stove. Sausage in sauerkraut and potatoes with garlic, onion, and butter. Sizzling in the stove. Basically, everything is sizzling. That's what I'm trying to say here. And everything is pervaded by garlic and onion. Sure. Except that's good for your cholesterol. Everything I've just said, really bad for the cholesterol. And I actually warn my guests that is the case. But it's going to taste very, very good in the mouth. So there you go. And on top of that table that I have decorated beautifully in the center are 2 black and white pictures taken sometimes in the 1970s. My baba, or my grandmother, on my dad's side, she is wearing her cooking apron, and she's got a really big smile, and that's where my smile comes from. The other picture is of my baba from my dad's side, my mom's side rather, and she looks over her shoulder, smiling, while both her hands are completely committed to the dough that she is kneading for the dumplings that she is making. And you may know them as pierogies, but we call them perehe in my family. Onion and garlic and butter and dumplings and sausage are the food of my people who emigrated to Canada in the early 20th century from the Ukraine. So when I cook my big Ukrainian meal with the onion and garlic and butter and dumplings and sausage, I do so as a way of honoring my babas and all the beautiful aromas and tastes that I grew up with that helped me to know who I was beyond the insanity of my dysfunctional birth family. And I am astonished that I am the grown-up now. I'm the one doing the cooking. And I fervently pray that the aromas and tastes I create might somehow be worthy, so that if my babas were alive today, they might say, tastes like mine. I'd fall over dead if they said that. May your Thanksgiving experience be nothing like Phyllis Diller's. May it be one where the food itself takes you on a journey of feeling your connection, your personal connection to the interdependent web of existence, how your single life is sustained by the countless gifts of our earth and the countless efforts of so many people. And may the cooking bring a blessing to you of being brought close to people who love you, being brought close to people who loved you but are no longer around, brought close to people you may never have known, but they are your ancestors. And the stories of your life, they are seeded profoundly by their stories. I pray that you are brought closer to all of that. It is something to be very thankful for.